and welcome back to more of Hero's Memory. I pretty much just got the light arrows in the last part. There's actually something we can get with that, so I might as well just pick it up now, since I'm actually fairly close to the item. Oh, you're pretty much going back to where you found the magical sword. Because if you explored a bit, you probably found a passage, and you couldn't do anything about it for the moment. So if you go in here, you'll notice that heart piece there, but you couldn't get to it before. And now that you have light arrows, that's its purpose. Your own light source to light up the little sun statues. And pick up another piece of heart, which I believe is the last one. So we're all good on heart pieces. And pretty much we'll be making our way back to level 8. Start the second half of the place. Actually shouldn't take too long to get back there, because you're just going along the same path, and a lot of the screens already took out most of the enemies. Probably the hardest part is just finding this passage. I mean, once you find it, it's pretty straightforward. Again, as I'm going through this, I can kind of see the walls, so it kind of highlights where I need to, where I can walk on. And if I get blocked by something, then there's a rock there. Okay, so now we can start going to the second half of level 8. Yeah, you notice this statue? Now that you have light arrows, you can actually trigger this, and it doesn't exactly work the same way as Majora's Mask, like the whole place doesn't go upside down or something. At least you don't see the animation for that. And if you go down here, that's a quick way to get you back onto the normal side. So in case you've run out of ammo, you can use that as a safety. And safety means so you don't get stuck. And light arrows have piercing properties, so that's kind of a little bonus. Easier to take out those blue Armos statues. Nothing in this room, because that door doesn't open above. I'm trying to remember what you get in here. I think it's ammo. Or something, ammo or magic or something. I know it is ammo. Not that I need it, I'm actually full. It's very neat how he managed to pull this off. And pretty much, the place did go upside down. Because now you see all the sky below you. This room can be a little bit of an annoyance to get through. Because there's no blue bubble, and so if you lose your sword, you gotta actually have to go back onto the other side. Although you can't just use remote bombs, I mean, that does work. Now this is a one-way, or not so much a one-way door, but it just doesn't open, period. But you can actually open up another passage. It's kind of neat how you put this effect. It's, you're not like in some underground passage, you're kind of hanging on the ceiling or something. These Piats are kind of annoying because, again, just have to... Can't really do anything about them for, at this time. Actually, one might be a better weapon, since it actually pierces through these hands. Again, that room on the right, there's another way to get to that room, so just make a note of it. You don't need the hook shot for this room. I think you just needed to get that ammo. Now, because if you take out all those ghosts, you actually just make a bridge here. Again, you don't really need the hook shot. There is a passage here, but, you know, just make a mental note of that for later. There's some more stuff we can scout first. And more of those silver traps. So you might want to try to get rid of some of these pea-hats just to make things a little easier. Okay, so working your way over to on the left here. Okay, well, if your shots are not quite hitting the edge there, take advantage of that. It's kind of odd, but it works in my favor. And this one block here is not random. There's actually something here. And again, if you're wondering about that room on the right, this is how you get to it. So here you just want to go as far as you can, and then you have to use a lot of arrows. So, you know, make sure you bring some ammo with you. I mean, you do get refills, but you have to get some way into this maze. And this is how you get to this room on the other side. And I think this is in the Stone Tower in Majora's Mask as well. There's, I think, a couple rooms that you have this one gem that it just flips that particular room. So, kind of very nice consistency. And this takes you to the boss key. You kind of figured it'd be here, because it's like almost like the last spot you could look. And that's a nice easy way back. And get some ammo refills while I'm at it. Actually, I didn't even realize the light arrows use magic. Until just now. I actually didn't even realize that. Okay, this room you do want to look to the left. Again, if you have the lens, it makes it a little easier. And here you pick up double magic. That's gonna make a lot of your stuff a lot more useful. Nairu's Love in particular, because now you can actually use it a lot more. Because I think if you don't have the double magic, with how much magic I have now, I think it takes up almost the entire bar. Like, almost all your magic just to use it once. And here, I think it's just under half magic. Okay, so, I'm actually gonna get back to the normal side. And because if you remember, there was one door that basically was a boss door. I use this as a nice little shortcut to get back up there. Luckily, blue dark nuts drop a lot of hearts. Okay, so going here... Yeah, this is gonna be an interesting room. So you have a blue Goma, and you notice how much space you have to dodge this thing? There's like literally no space whatsoever. But your reward is well worth the effort. Fire Boomerang! And one of my favorite items in ZC. And just take a nice quick path back to the start. Now the boomerang actually becomes a decent weapon because it does white sword damage. And I think I kind of tested it out. I know it leaves a fire trail behind, but I don't think that does any damage. There's some quests it actually does damage, and it's like a little scrap of damage, which may be more of a hindrance. But I think here, if you hit an enemy, it's just with the boomerang itself. Yeah, no longer will P-hats annoy you, because most quests, fire boomerang will stun them first, so you can take him out afterwards. Here, it just takes him out immediately. Don't even stun the P-hat, it's just gone. And with the double magic, it lets me use the staff a lot longer. Because it's not going to drain my magic nearly as quickly. Okay, now we can go in these stairs. And kind of a nice little nighttime view. Okay, this room. Yeah, a very good way to take out these ice bats. You don't have to use the, the fire rod, which is not the most accurate weapon. Now you have an alternative that costs no magic to use. And some ammo I don't really need. So again, it doesn't matter if those Piats are flying now. Just knock them out immediately. It'll just save some time, you don't have to wait for them to stop flying. Yeah, the boomerang doesn't work on these guys, so you have to use your other means, either gust jar, or staff, or just your sword. Okay, so bombs do damage. I was kind of wondering about that. And very oddly, the fire booming actually damages the red Wizrobes. It's kind of weird. And only stuns the blue ones. Yeah, if you thought this fire booming was cheap enough already, in addition to everything it already does, it's basically a kind of a pseudo mirror shield. So it will bounce back beams. I think it actually bounces back swords as well. It's like Lionel's swords. Okay, so here, instead of falling down the big pit to get to the boss, you just have a little portal here. And here's your boss. So you don't have to have like a whatever Giant's Mask thing, you don't have that here. Now you do have a couple options against this thing. You can use this, whatever, Din Storm or whatever this thing's called. Does some pretty good damage. Or you can just go straight with the staff, because I think it just starts knocking out pieces immediately. So if you have either of these two items, this battle's basically a joke. And pretty much very little work required there. Okay, so level 8 is down. Again, more Majora's Mask history here. I mean, that's pretty nasty, but I can actually throw back swords. And Mirror Shield doesn't even do that. Yeah, Pharaoh's Wind's like free to use because by the time the magic finishes, I already recovered all my magic. Okay, so I gotta go back and finish off level 7, which will do that in the next part. Alright, see you guys later.